In this video, we're going to look at the dot product. The whole purpose of the dot product is just so that we can work out the angle between two given vectors. So in this video, we're going to try and develop a way of working out the angle given two vectors. Okay, so let's start by a definition. So let's define u dot v as being this thing here. So it's a definition. There's nothing to think about. There's nothing to understand about. It's just something that we assign a name to this thing here. We are assigning this name to this thing here. So there's nothing to think about. There's nothing to understand about. It's just a name given to this thing here. So this thing here is really given two vectors. You would get this times this. So that would then give you this, and then this times this, that will then give you this times this, that will then give you this, and then add them all together. So this is just a definition. There's nothing to understand, it's just a definition. So for example, if you have this vector here, 3 across, 2 in the y direction, 1 in the z direction, and so on, the dot product would be this times this, that will then give you 6, this times this, that will then give you plus minus 2, which would be minus 2. And then this times this, that will then give you this. So the dot product would be the number 14. It's not a vector, it's a scalar. It's just the number 14. Okay, so now let's start. Let's try to develop. Now we're going to try and develop a way of working out the angle given two vectors. Okay, so we've seen this in the previous video. Given this length, and this length, we can work out this angle. So looking at this here, hang on, let me think. So this distance here is actually this distance here. So for you to obtain this distance, you would travel backwards in the u direction. So that would be minus u, and then forward in the v direction. So it would be this. Rearrange this so it would be positive v and then minus u. So this length here would be you taking the magnitude of this whole thing here. That's this length. That is the length. You see, the vector itself will be this. The vector itself would be this. But if you want the magnitude, then this here would represent the magnitude. Okay, so the magnitude, bear with me. So the magnitude of this would be given by this thing here. So that's the magnitude. This thing here is the magnitude, and then you've got your a squared. So a which is this length here, that is the magnitude of v. So that would then give you this, and then this b here is this. At the moment this is a vector. So because you want to know the length, then take the magnitude. Then that will then give you your b here. That will then give you your b here, and then you've got squared, and then 2, and then this a here is just a magnitude of v. It's just a magnitude of v. So this thing here is just a magnitude of v, and then this b here is just a magnitude of u. So it's just a magnitude of u. So that's this bit here, because at the moment this is a vector. So we want to know the magnitude. We want to know the length. So we would take the magnitude. That would then give us this. So from here we can translate this into this, because this is no longer a vector. This is a magnitude. This thing here is a magnitude. So from here, that will then take us to here, and then now add this block to both sides, and then take away this block from both sides. So that will then give you this. So we will continue in the next video from here. Okay.